Welcome to another Small Cap Power discussion. I'm your host, Jim Gordon. We're filming on location at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference in the Vancouver Conference Centre, of course, in downtown Vancouver. Joining me right now is Tim Clark. He's the CEO of Fury Gold Mines. Tim, lots to talk about. First, welcome.
Thank you, Jim.
You're quite welcome. Let's talk about the company, and then we'll get on to some individual projects.
Well, look, the company is predominantly in Canada. We have three major projects. And the first thing when you sit down with an investor, anywhere you go, is where is it located? And as you know, with this world the way it is right now, geopolitical issues are massive. And so I start out with our projects are in Canada. We're a junior high-grade gold exploration company. We're predominantly focused on Quebec. We have an asset up in Nunavut called Committee Bay. And then we just sold our asset called Homestake Ridge to Dolly Varden Silver. So we now own 33% of that company as part of our portfolio.
You CEO for 9 months, you said?
Yes, 9 months, yeah.
Why the great interest lately in Quebec?
Well, look, I think as we talked about just a second ago, the geopolitical issues are really there. And we also, Quebec is an interesting area because of partly it's outside Western Australia. It's probably the most supportive of mining industry out there. There's a lot of charity flow that you can have. The government wants jobs there. Plus, what's interesting where we are in the St. James Bay Dam area is 15 years ago you had to fly a helicopter in there.
Right.
And now with all the power and infrastructure and road systems, we can literally pull a truck up there into the back. And when you sit down with a major and tell them that you can pull a truck up to your project, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Tim, one of the questions we've been asking experienced guys like yourself, you're looking forward, you remain positive, but how has the last couple of years been for companies in terms of, like with you guys, I was speaking to someone earlier about the fact that you're predominantly in Canada.
Yep.
How has that benefited as opposed to, say, companies that are dealing in various regions in South America? Because there's no travel for 2 years.
Right.
Fingers crossed we're through the worst of it, but you never know. But how has it been for you guys as everything is here?
Well, I come from a capital markets background, so I spent almost 25 years working with mining companies, helping them align with investors in the U.S. predominantly.
Sure.
And so as I've been looking with what these investors are looking for, and they want to de-risk their assets and their companies. The problem in the last 2 years with COVID, which I think is really interesting, is typically when you see the gold price go up as it has been, you see a lot of consolidation. And so I was down at the BMO conference this spring, and more companies were less concerned with investors and more concerned and focused on meeting other CEOs to start putting these deals together.
Right.
I think there's massive consolidation coming at these valuation prices. Why wouldn't you? You have senior producers who are cash rich with tons of money and they're buying back their shares. I think they should be buying back the exploration companies in the mid caps.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish.
So effectively, we all would love to see gold price go up, but we're in a position we don't have to have that happen to win. And we've got multiple projects. We're well financed because of the deal we just sold. We raised some money from, frankly, a top senior producer in Canada.
I won't ask you who.
I can't tell you who.
That's okay.
But if you knew, you'd be pretty thrilled with it because I think they're one of the best, and also probably the number one institutional investor in the United States. And they're looking for opportunities.
Yeah. People can find out more information on the company. The website is what?
It's furygoldmines.com.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Before we wrap up, another thing we'd like to ask everybody, let's talk about going forward, 2023. Again, hoping that things are okay. We don't know, but hopefully it'll be. Talk about what you guys are focusing on.
We're an exploration company, and that's what we're great at. So the idea is to really start targeting our core assets in Quebec. We also will have an opportunity to go back up to Nunavut. It's where you find the big gorillas out there, they swing the bat, and this is where there's real upside, and that's what we're hoping to provide for investors. Of course, we got to look at the market and see where we are in terms of treasury, but we're going to be smart and disciplined about it. And look, I'm not here myself for a $2 or $3 stock. I don't win unless we really see upside to the story, and that's what we're going to focus on.
Great talking to Tim Clark, who's the CEO of Fury Gold Mines. Appreciate you joining us here today, sir.
Oh, thank you very
much. Pleasure.
Thank you. Jim, thank you.
And thank you for watching another Small Cap Power discussion on location at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference here in Vancouver.